Yo, what's good, guys? On today, I'm gonna talk about my beginning stage of photography and videography and even some software. And so I'm gonna share this with you because I believe that there's people out there that you wanna be a photographer, you wanna be a videographer, you wanna work with these programs, but you're just afraid to take that leap of faith, to take that leap and just jump into it. So you'll never know if it's successful unless you jump into it. So my advice to you is that you just jump straight into it. I just love God that much. Here at Jackson State, the meteorology program is absolutely phenomenal.
We'll talk with up-and-coming singer Keon Gibson.
Worship doesn't have to do with music. It has to do with like all the elements of our lives. God will always remind us that we need to worship Him. So let's go back and let's start with this story. So in 2015, I believe I was with my mentor and we were at a wedding and he asked me to like be a part, be a helping hand, carry around bags, different things like that. And so I did. And after that experience, I realized, maybe I should get a camera and try this out myself. So I went to the local pawn shop because pawn shops are amazing. I don't know why people don't go there like they go to the mall. But anyway, I went to the pawn shop and I found this camera and it was by Canon because that's all I knew at the time. And so, yes, I am a Canon fan, fanatic, whatever you want to say, because I love Canon and I started out with it, so it's okay. But anyway, went to the pawn shop and I found this camera and I was like, okay, this is a camera for 100 bucks and I'm going to purchase it. And that Canon series is a... I'm texting my girl because I gave her the camera so she could, get used to photography and, take her own photos. So let's see if she responds and yeah, we just go from there. Let's see how long this takes. I think she's playing with makeup or washing her hair or watching Wild 'N Out. Yeah, whatever.
3 days later.
Okay, so the camera is a Rebel T3. And so this was actually one of the first cameras that I got, the very, very first camera. And so I learned it. I just learned how to work with it, used it on myself a lot as far as like just putting it on a tripod and just pressing record and just hoping for the best focus, hoping for the best exposure because I didn't know anything about ISO or exposure or shutter speeds. And I just simply learned on YouTube, and I'll make that in another video on those 3 different topics, shutter speeds and ISOs and perfect exposure, different things like that. And so just for on today, that was my first camera that I got, and I just learned it. I really learned that camera inside and out, what type of, memory cards work best for it. I mean, just everything about it. And then as I got older, and as the years went on with that particular camera, then I felt the need to upgrade because it was like a reward for myself. So with that, I got the Canon T3i. Now, this particular camera is super dope. Like, I think it's a great beginning camera, and yeah, this has been through a lot because the T3i is missing. It's a lot of little bruises on here, but that was only because I used it a lot and it was my first camera that I really used on like gigs and different things like that. And so yeah, I think it's amazing because this camera, you can actually like see yourself, when you're recording and different things like that. And that's what I love personally. I love like seeing myself when I record myself because nobody's behind, the camera at sometimes. And for me to see where I'm at, to see what my angle's looking like. And yeah, so I really love this particular camera. And talk about it a little bit. This at the bottom is a battery grip, and actually inside it carries like 2 batteries. So it's, double the life of 1 battery, and it lasts a really long time. And I'm like super thankful for it. And so, to be honest, I found this whole thing at a pawn shop. I think it was like 200 bucks. So again, that's a second win for the pawn shop. You guys should go and check out your local pawn shop. Yeah, and so this particular camera, the Canon T3i, worked really well for me, and I'll keep it as a secondary or keep it as a backup if I really need it. So after those years went by and I got more acquainted with photography and videography, I didn't need this anymore because I wanted to upgrade. I wanted to get better with my, professionalism and, my media as far as, content is concerned. So I upgraded to the Canon 60D. Now, I'm not a professional, photographer or videographer like, some of you may be. And I just really love this particular camera. Like, this is the camera that I use on like all photography events and different things like that. Right now, like to this day, like if somebody calls me like in the next couple of seconds and they, ask me to do a photo shoot for them, I would use this camera, and it's only because I really love it. And yes, there are better cameras out there, of course. There's always better things in the world and better things, to better yourselves and learn. But yeah, and so this particular camera though is definitely suitable for my needs and different things like that. And so yeah, with this particular camera, it has a battery grip at the bottom. If I can get it out, yeah, there we go. Battery grip at the bottom, just like my Canon T3i. And this 60D is actually a little bit more more like professional as far as like with the ISOs and the shutter speeds and different things like that. I feel like it's a more silent shutter speed and just a better off, well performed camera than the Canon T3i series. And so I'll probably do another video on comparing the two just so you guys can see, which camera you want to get possibly. And so, but this is the Canon camera that I use, the Canon 60D for photography. And so after the years went on and after my experience grew, yes, I was actually doing video on both of these cameras, on the Canon T3i and the Canon 60D. But then I just learned that, for me and what I wanted and I guess the thing that I was going for, if that makes sense. The overall professionalism that I was looking for and the quality, I wanted to just make a difference as far as video is concerned. So with that being said, I upgraded to the Canon C-100. Now, this isn't your average like DSLR like the Canon T3i and the Canon 60D. This is actually like going into the phase of like film cameras and like cinematic, different things like that. And yeah, so I really love this camera because it just gives that cinematic look, really professional. You can really just go through like each component of this camera as far as like, the ISO, peaking, and different things like that. I mean, the white balance and everything, warming the video, cooling it off, different things. And I think this is amazing if you're really serious about like videography and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just really love it. And I think you guys should purchase this if you're really serious about, getting your videos really crisp and different things like that. I bought this used on eBay, and as you can see, it's not really a pawn shop, but it's still along the lines of like being used. So I'm all for like buying used equipment because there's people out there, that, upgrade their equipment and it's perfectly fine, and this particular camera was like in mint condition and it still looks good. I actually got two of them because I was just so overwhelmed with the quality of this particular camera. And so these are the cameras that I've been using just throughout my, I guess, lifetime of videography and photography. So just want to leave you guys with this. You'll never know if you're going to be a great photographer, a great videographer, if you never take that leap of faith and just jump and go for it. Yes, you will learn as you go on and learn as you go on photo shoots and different events like I did. I mean, I still make mistakes now. I still take bad photos. I still take bad videos sometimes. That's kind of what I've been trying to like get better at. But I mean, I'm human. We're human. And there's going to be mistakes, yes. But in those mistakes you learn from it, and that's what makes you better. And so you'll never like make a mistake if you never try. So I encourage you, try so you can make those mistakes, so you can keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Yes, I want to leave you with that on today, and I hope you guys get something out of this video. And I encourage you guys to like, share, and comment on this video. Most of all, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and just connect with me. Give me some feedback on how you like this video. And I'm KG. Peace out.